Alright, what's up, YouTube? We're going to try this one more time. This is in no way, shape, or form an attempt to try to sway anybody's opinion or to try to deceive anybody. This is simply for my personal use and anybody else who cares to know the information that I'm after. It's come to my attention. I can't help but notice all of these little things that Conspiracy Underground does that are very contradicting. That suggest that he's like flip flops. He fucking flip flops so much. I've never seen anybody flip flop so much in their life. One day he could be. You would swear he was just mimicking or mirroring Nerve Gorilla, the shit that he says. Gang sucking's not happening. You're mentally ill. Get help. And then the next day he's saying, other stuff that only the crazy TIs would say. Like it's like invisible people with invisible suits on that are, but then the next day he'll make a video, and he'll call you a sellout because you mentioned a targeted individual one time in a video that I guess he seems to think is crazy or something. It just doesn't make sense. All that I see, basically, it's very clear for anybody who takes a look at it. The theory, okay, that would make Conspiracy Underground's behavior make sense. There's one theory that would make it all make sense, right? Is that it's his job. And he's very good at his job. Because this is one perp that I go back and forth. I still am not convinced he's a perp. I'm not convinced he's a target. Because I see compelling evidence on both sides. To you know what I mean? Both. Well, so why am I limiting the options to just A and B? I guess there could be a C, right? There could be a C, because you hear about people talk about targeted individuals who get recruited, right, and sell out, and end up becoming perps, and they get recruited and join the gang stalking program, right? Because they're already in. They already have the in on the community and the tactics, and they would be an ideal person to make an effective perp, right? Well, I don't think Conspiracy Underground was necessarily a targeted individual per se, ever, because he's the only person that I know who came across this subject just in happenstance. That was his introduction to the subject and the targeted individual community, was he found it on the internet, okay? And then, after that, he started experiencing what he considered to be targeting of himself. That is very, that says mental illness all over it. That's like, it's kind of like being a hypochondriac. When you hear about an illness or an ailment, you automatically say, oh, I have that. Oh, yeah, You see a commercial for, fibromyalgia on TV, and then all of a sudden you start getting pins and needles pains and, in your feet and your extremities, right? And then you convince yourself that you got fibromyalgia too. It has to be, right? That's got to be what it is. In Conspiracy Underground's situation, he admitted that, what did he think? Oh, yeah. He actually thought that they would come in his apartment when he was sleeping and file his tooth down. Okay, that is absolutely indicative of mental illness, okay? That is the persecutory delusions, that is what they talk about when they try to say that targeted individuals have this mental illness, right? That's what the fuck somebody would think about. Like, so in his situation, he wanted everything to be gang stalking. He wanted to be targeted. He wanted to fit in. He wanted to be part of that group, right? Because he considers himself special. He even says it. He's special. So, it's hard for his brain to comprehend that, or just, it's hard for him to even compute that there's a group of people that are getting more attention than him, right? Why? That doesn't make sense to him because he considers himself superior to everybody. So why wouldn't they be targeting him too, right? That's how his brain works. So he just told himself, oh, they must be targeting me then. I must be a targeted individual too, right? Let's look for license plates and let's look up in the sky and see if we see some stars that kind of look like a drone, right? And there's a Keck license plate. That's one. And I think he even said there was two. He talked about seeing two in a year. When he said that in the amount, I was like, wait, what? You've only seen two? And that's a pattern in the 666 stuff? I mean, anybody, if they're looking for it, right? Give them a couple months. Anybody can present him a couple videos of some license plates with some 666s on it, right? Anybody can do that. So he does that, but then he adds in, oh, well, you don't even know. I see them everywhere. You only see the one video, but I see them everywhere. Okay, well, that's still just words. Conspiracy underground. That's words. That's all. That's something that your brain would really convince you of, right? Your brain would convince you that you see them everywhere, right? But you don't have any more videos of them? Why is that? Why didn't your brain tell you to record them? In that and the Keck. There's a number of things that are Keck, right? Like when you're a baby and there's like something that's toxic, your parents say Keck, Keck, Keck. Don't touch that, you don't want to stick that in your mouth. That's Keck. Or whenever you're doing kung fu or something, you got a judo Keck. And it's getting kind of corny here on the jokes, but like the girl, the girl from Saturday Night Live, right? Who says, I'm 50, right? That girl. If we look at that girl right here, let's see. Pause that.
So what's up, YouTube?
I'll show you that girl actually. Let's see. We go to albums. And here, hold on. Okay. So this is, here you go. Oh, no, it's not the one. It's not the one where she's doing the Keck. It's, I'm 50. So, I mean, look, she's wearing red and everything, right? They'll probably say, oh, look, he's a perp. It's the symbolism, right? And he did that on purpose because she's doing a signal with her hands and she's wearing red, dude, right? And he doesn't show any evidence. He don't show any evidence, dude. He's a liar, dude. He admitted that he doesn't do drugs, but he does opiates. Like, what the fuck? You contradict yourself in the same sentence. I never admitted to not doing drugs. I never said that in my life. Because I don't make shit up. I don't lie. So I know I wouldn't have said that. I would have never said that. Your brain is telling you that for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because you're 50. Then the whole, did I claim I never got arrested? No, never said that. Matter of fact, I talked about getting arrested several times. Lots of times. Where do you get that I said I never got arrested? No. And Oh, he claims that's made up. He claims that's made up. What exactly? We need you to get specific, Conspiracy Underground, because you're just like throwing some crazy claims around, right? But you're not being specific whatsoever. I do drugs or don't I do drugs? I was arrested or I wasn't arrested. And then there's this other big one that I laugh and shake my head when I hear it. The accusation that I got arrested, I got in trouble, or it happened, whatever you say happened or did or didn't happen, or however you put it, that has to do with Walmart's theft, and a bunch of meth, right? Right? And a number of times too. I know he said that too. That I literally got in trouble stealing Walmart with a bunch of meth, a million times, right? And got caught with a bunch of meth, right? So these are the big lies that are absolute lies. So that's where my question lies. So this is where we're able to. I don't care about the disinformation, but I'd like to use this disinformation and ask the right questions, right? Because then you can determine what somebody's motives are, right? You could determine what is their narrative? What is Conspiracy Underground's purpose? Is it to purpose? Or is he really trying to expose the TI program, Is he trying to expose the gang stalking? Is he trying to help anybody? Because whenever you say something that is embellished or is a lie about somebody, and you let it go and you absolutely ignore it and refuse to correct yourself because you obviously want people to believe that lie you're telling, when you do that, sorry, I don't know anybody, any TI or anybody that would give you the benefit of the doubt, that would still believe for 1 second that you're actually a targeted individual and that you weren't sent here as a perp to cause chaos, to get everybody against each other, right? You do the good cop, bad cop thing, right? Oh, I'm your buddy, and you throw compliments at different targeted individuals, and like, hey, you're complimenting them one day, then you're fucking throwing them in the dirt the next day. You talk about Abe as if it's like you guys have this mutual understanding, but when you listen to Abe, that ain't the case, motherfucker. He's sick and tired of your shit. He would just love for you just to shut the fuck up and keep your name out of his mouth. Keep his name out of your mouth. But you can't do that. You got a big mouth. Big mouth, Conspiracy Underground. I know, I'm pretty sure Will said you had a big-ass nose. I didn't know your mouth was that big, too. When he saw your picture on Filthy Wilson's phone? Yeah, that's another claim that you don't ever want to talk about that one, though. He said he saw your picture on Filthy Wilson's phone in person. So, I don't know. I don't know the details of that. I don't know who Filthy Wilson is. So I don't know the background of that story or what it means. But it's interesting that you don't talk about it, right? And there's definitely something there to talk about. So that's another question. Why don't you bring that up? I'd like to address that. I'm just curious, okay? I'm not trying to convince everybody that you're a perp or something. I'm just trying to get to the truth. That's it. I'm trying to understand what your motives are. I'm an open book. I'm transparent as they come, buddy. My purpose is to spread awareness and expose the targeted individual program and gang stalking and help anybody who's trying to understand what the hell they're going through. We're all trying to figure this out. We are all in this together, and I'm trying to come up with and discover actual solutions, to problems. Not just bitch about the problems. I'm actually trying to find and come up with actionable, usable solutions so that we can I don't know, have some little bit of hope that by the time our kids are our age, they'll have a future that doesn't, where gang stalking doesn't exist, and where people with this level of deception and psychological fucking warfare are just eradicated. Because this information war, I know I heard them years ago, say that, oh, we're going to have an information war, in 5 years, 10 years, There's not going to be a World War III. It's going to be an information war. And it's going to be just nothing but lies and deceptions everywhere. Like, I remember hearing that, but I had no idea what it was going to be like. I had no idea that it was, that they weren't kidding when they said that, That's exactly what it is. So, the only way to combat the psyops, the psychological warfare, it's real simple. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions. Don't believe what somebody else is telling you, right? Ask a lot of questions. And just, you don't have to be paranoid, and you don't have to think everybody's out to get you. But a healthy skepticism is necessary, very necessary, to get through this shit with your fucking head on straight without becoming crazy or mentally ill. So,